Today, I want to talk about how do you know if you're chosen. So, I'm speaking mostly to those who have been thinking or who feel or who have almost been confirmed that they're chosen, but they have not yet taken up their destiny. All right, if that is you, bear with me. So, sign number one that you are chosen is you know it since you were a kid. Yes, you know. Okay? Don't gaslight yourself. Don't let anybody else gaslight you. You know you're chosen. You never fit in. You are popular. People love you. Your childhood friends surround you like you are the light. And everything you suggest, they want to do it. They love you. And some of them will probably tell you that you are uh, the only person they have ever met that make them feel that way. And none of this are like sexual because you are the light even before you surrender to Jesus. Okay? So that's the first sign is that you are set apart since you were very young, since you were a kid. Um, Many people try to, stand out. They try to be unique, uh, do a lot of stupid things, teenagers, young kids, so that they can feel special. Um, for you, it's almost like you are special and your uniqueness bothers you. You almost hope you could be just like them, you could just fit in, but you can't. So, sign number two is that strange things keep happening to you. If you're chosen, you know what I'm talking about. Strange things, right? It's like almost unnatural. There will be misunderstanding. Satan would put between you and other people. There will be ill feeling that is created by some weird things that is unnatural, that shouldn't even happen, by chance, but it happened. And then the other people start to go off at you for no reason. Weird things like that. You know, you know what weird means because you probably have been thinking about this all this time. Why does weird things keep happening to me? Why people are acting so weird? Well, you got the answer. That's the second sign that you're chosen. Now, sign number three. I would say this is really important. This is like the fruit of being chosen. Not like the mature fruits because you probably are still wrestling with God right now. Okay, but even that, even before you surrender to Jesus, people will perceive that you are different. They will tell you that. They will probably even literally tell you that they feel that you are chosen by God, even though they don't believe in God. They are totally worldly, and you were worldly back then. And after, if you're already born again, if you already give your life to Christ, chances are you could have already met someone prophesies to you that you're chosen for greatness and for God's kingdom. Okay. So, sign number four. This is controversial, but I am speaking to those who are still wrestling with God. Okay, so I think it's really accurate that you are young. Sign number four is that you are young. You are about in your 20, a teenager. Most likely you're in your 20. Okay, early 20, mid 20, late 20 even. But it will be quite unlikely that you are already over 40. Unless you live in a country that, just basically know nothing about Christianity. Like you're from India or China even. Then it could happen that, you were called after you were 50 or 60 years old. That's possible. But if you live in a Western country like United States, uh, and you're chosen, right now, you who are watching this video, you're young. You're wrestling with God, but you know you're chosen. Okay. So sign number 5 is that you are either loved or hated. There will be no middle ground. Your experience will be like Jesus. So we all know that Jesus was loved by his disciple, and so many people follow him, right? Because he is the light. And he is also hated by his own people, and they crucify him. Those Pharisees hate him so much. Uh, your experience will be really similar. So there will be people that they love, stick around you. When they see you, their eyes just brighten. You're like this angel. You're like light that shed from heaven. And there, and when it comes to hate, it's gonna be subtle, but it's gonna be everywhere. It's subtle hate. So let me give you an example. When you walk into a room, everything was just fine before you walk in, and as long as you walk in, or it might not be a room, just a few people talking outdoors. As soon as you approach them, they start acting weird. At least some of them, especially some of them, it's gonna be like they can't even look at you in the eyes. They're gonna be nice and friendly to everyone else except you. They're not gonna greet you, not even greeting. And as long as there's someone else, they would definitely look at that person and talk with them instead of you. So say there are 3 of you, and this person who hates you unconsciously, I'm telling you, they hate you unconsciously. They probably didn't know. Okay. And this person who hates you is gonna keep talking to the other person, even though it's a 3-person conversation. But that person who hates you is not gonna look at you in the eyes, and there's nothing weird or ill feeling between you guys. You never done anything that hurt them. You probably don't even know them that much, but they just can't. They trying to give you cold shoulders, mostly unintentionally, and you know what I'm talking about. Like it could also manifest in like an extreme situation. Like some of them who hate you will go off at you for no reason, and the more you're trying to reason with them, the more you're trying to be the bigger person, and just communicate and trying to understand why they're so upset and trying to work things out. The more you do that, the more outrageous they are at you. You trigger their insecurity, or rather it's not even like insecurity. It's more like they're playing a character, and you're so authentic, you're so real, they can't take it. Your light bothers their demons. So that's sign number 5. I believe this is like the most relevant one. Like every chosen one I knew experienced this in their life. And unfortunately, those people that I said that hate you or give you that weird feeling, a lot of times are from your church. Especially if you are a woman, you will experience that probably even more than guys, because men can make friends with who they're bothered by, if that makes sense. They would tell that guy like almost honestly that, guys, I look up to you. I just feel like, you are like this leader or light or whatever. Men would admit that to the men that trigger their insecurity, and they will follow them. They will follow those who are stronger, but women are different. Women have this coping mechanism that's probably starting from the beginning, the primal time, that they have this subconscious in them. They wanted to fight off their competitors, any other woman that triggers them, that bothers them. And a lot of them, sadly, are churchgoers, because if you're a Christian, uh, you won't met that many, worldly people. So the last one, the last sign, I think this is probably the most important one, is that God will reveal it to you, but you refuse Him. So this is the thing. If your first response when you know you're chosen, when God revealed that to you, is resistance. You don't want it. And you probably will cry out. You probably will be freak out. You don't want it. Just like almost every prophet in the Bible, except Isaiah. He says, "Send me," right? But almost every other prophet, they don't want it. And even Jesus doesn't want it. He want the Lord to take this cup off him if it's possible, because you understand the weight of being chosen. Because when God revealed that you're chosen, He will also reveal the hardship you're gonna go through, the persecution, and the tribulations. That is gonna be terrifying. Especially you've been living a life, you were just saved. You just want to live a cozy church-going life, Jesus stay in your pocket. Don't come out unless I call you out. You just want that. You want to use Him for your own ambition, and to use Jesus when you're in trouble. So that is the Christian life you want, but that's not for you, because God chose you for something great, and you don't want it. And this burden has been on you for so long, and if you tell anybody else, including your friends in the church, your believer friends, or your family, whether they're believers or not, they will think you're bragging. It's kind of like Joseph. And Joseph tell his brothers about his dream, and they all hate him, right? So I want to say to you that if you check all those boxes, I can almost sure that you are chosen. So I want to speak to you right now that, do you realize why weird things keep happening to you? Why you struggle so much? Why you went through so much tribulations? It's because of your wrestling with God. Like I said, God already revealed to you. Someone already prophesied to you. You already knew that. In one of your prayer, one of your fasting, He chose you for something great, for His purpose. But you're still holding on to your own ambition. You're still holding on to your past life. You can't follow Jesus if you don't deny yourself. If you don't die, God can't use you for a vessel. So I'm speaking to you right now that you're in the fish belly right now. You're like Jonah. You know exactly what God wants you to do. You know exactly where He's sending you to. You disobeyed Him. Everything that's happening around you right now is because you're in the fish's belly. Okay? And you could be also like the Israelites in the wilderness. Okay? God already manifests so much glory in your life. He delivered you over and over, miraculous deliverance. And you keep forgetting about His grace, His power, His sovereignty. And you keep doubting, keep complaining. You are gonna die in the wilderness. Listen, this is a message to you, chosen one, who are wrestling with God. God is not gonna change his mind. You refuse him? Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay? He is not gonna change his mind. You have to change yours. You have to surrender. He has every way to make you surrender. But let me tell you this, the earlier you surrender, the better your life will be. Not saying there will be no persecution, but at least you have peace. You will have fulfillment. You will have joy in God's presence instead of running away from Him like you are doing right now. Okay? And I'm so happy that the sun finally comes out at the end of this message. All right, chosen one, that's a lot for you. So I'm writing on Substacks about a lot of this kind of content. That is my main platform. Make sure you subscribe to my Substack newsletter. There's a lot of things I go into detail about spiritual warfare, about financial struggles that believer will face, and I explain a lot about Jesus' parables and how to apply it to your real life. So I can't really do that here. It's just gonna be too long. So make sure you subscribe to my Substack newsletter. All right. Peace and God bless.